And welcome to a special edition of Whose Line Is It Anyway, compiled from the bits of recordings which were too long, too short or too outrageous to be included in our regular programmes. All plus one or two items it's taken the producer several weeks to understand. Anyway, here we go. Hope you enjoyed. The first game we're going to play tonight is called Authors. It's for all four contestants who'd like to come down. And what they're going to do is just to tell a story suggested by somebody in the studio audience. But each of them is going to adopt the style of a favourite author. Jim, who are you going to go for?
Conan Doyle.
Conan Doyle, Sherlock Holmes, all that stuff. Very good. Paul Merton, who are you?
I'll do the AA handbook.
Ever-expanding reading list you have. Roadmap something. Steve Steen.
Jacques Cousteau.
Ah, very good. And Tony Slattery.
I'll do Dr. Alex Comfort, the author of the new revised Joy of Sex.
Yes. I think you cooperated on that edition, didn't you? I've seen the photographs. Now, can we have a suggestion of a title, please, for this story?
Pan Ethel, where are you?
Pan Ethel, where are you?
Pan Ethel, where are you?
Pant and Ethel, where are you? Yes. Well, I've read that already, but never mind. Let's do your version of that. Pant and Ethel. I'll take those, maybe, I don't know, Swedish couple or something like that. Pant and Ethel, where are you? I'll buzz when I've got the idea of your part of the story. Where you go, Jim.
It was a chill September morning. The silence in the room was deafening, apart from the occasional tap-tap of razor blade on glass, as Holmes whisked himself up and whisked himself up another line of coke. I tried to distract him by reading a story from the paper. Pant and Ethel have disappeared. Shut up, medic, he said, and passed the coke.
There are no services on this motorway for the next 50 miles. I turned to look at Pant and Ethel. Suddenly, it was the form of my hideous enemy, the shark. Like shifting ballast from my boat, I soiled my wetsuit immediately.
If you do shift a big amount of ballast, make sure it's away from your partner's face.
Now we come to a game called Old Job, New Job. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? Anyway, Tony and Jim, could you like to come down? Now, they're working as plumbers. That's what I want you to do. You're working as plumbers. Now, Stephen will join them. He's also a plumber, but he used to have a job, another job. Now, what do you think that job was? Something... Advertising. I'll go with the original one you suggested. Advertising, OK. So you used to be in advertising, and you joined the plumbers, and away you go.
Give us the 2B wrench.
The 2B wrench,
The 2B
right,
wrench.
all right.
The Shakespeare wrench. Give us that. The 2B wrench. There we go.
2B wrench.
Oh, hang on,
No, there's something stuck in the S-pen. Let's look. It's a pair of underwear. Can you believe it, eh?
Where's Jeff? He's meant to be... Jeff, give us
Hi,
that.
guys. Sorry I'm late. Got stuck in the traffic. Glad to be here. Hey, you don't want to use that wrench. You want to use the new monkey wrench. Yes. Has 4 different settings for 3 different jobs. 1 setting free. Try that.
Yeah, look, it's filling up with water in here. Can we just do the job? That's all.
Now, this water is hard, but we should have soft water. Isn't that right, John?
That is right. Now, will you just give us the spanner?
Spanner? Now, I don't have one. I'm spannerless.
That's a bit of a problem for a plumber, isn't it?
Now, well, I do have screwdrivers. We washed this screwdriver in Daz and this one in Omo, and they both broke the washing machine. Sorry, gotta go. Meeting's been great working with you. Fix it, will you, guys? Great.
Thank you very much. Very well played. Yes. Now we come to a game called The World's Worst. It's for all 4 contestants. I'd like to step forward to the world's worst step and step forward with examples, please, of the world's worst person to be Prime Minister. World's worst person to be Prime Minister. Just as you think of them, I'll buzz when I've got the idea.
Oh. I'm having a very considerable amount of progress.
Don't all rush.
We are going to rule this country not through economic policies, but through dance!
I want to bring country back to the old days, so the old standards.
Hello, my name is David Icke. I represent the Turquoise Party.
What we need in this country is, at last, sane government. Isn't that right, Trixie? Yes, it is.
I'm going to be your next Prime Minister.
What this country needs is more double glazing. So if you just sign here.
Hello, my name's Jimmy Savile.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let's go to a game called Narrating for Each Other, or Film Noir. And this is for Jim and Steve, like to come down. And they've got to play a sort of film noir, maybe Humphrey Bogart-y sort of scene, in which they sort of do a line, and then they have to narrate what the other person has to do. Sounds difficult, and believe me, it is difficult. But can you just suggest a location where they might be, where two people might meet? Sorry?
A betting shop.
A betting shop. Fair enough. Two people meeting in a betting shop and doing it as a sort of film noir, narrating for each other. Where you go.
Hi, Bill. Come to place a bet. I knew he'd come to place a bet. He had the money in his hand and he was whistling the theme tune to Sports Night.
Yeah, sure, I was whistling the Speam of Thor's night. Yeah. Sure, I've been drinking that day. Been a long kind of day for me. Suddenly, the old Bob next to me started doing the most perfect impression of Michael Jackson I'd ever seen in my life. I didn't know what he was trying to prove, but I waited and listened.
I impressed him with my impression of Michael Jackson, but I could see he was feeling strange. He started a pirouette on the spot and wink at me.
Suddenly, I got my knickers in a twist. At this point, I placed a Yankee. I knew Bob didn't like me placing Yankees, didn't like me betting at all. That's why he started touching himself provocatively.
So, you're gonna bet a Yankee, are you? I loved it when he betted Yankees, because then I could touch myself provocatively. Just at that moment, he looked at me passionately.
Wow! Bob did that to me sometimes. I knew the only way out of this betting shop was to get him back to my place as soon as possible. Just at that moment, though, he spontaneously combusted.
Well, we can't wait for that. Thank you. Excellent. Now we come to a scene with a prop. This is for Tony and Paul, and they're going to just have to act out a little scene, but incorporate in their performance a prop, which I'm going to hand to them, or rather have handed to them now. And it's that thing that's coming in now. I won't give you clues what it is. So you've got to use that and just act away your scene. Where you go.
Stop.
Oh.
Can't you read?
I can read, yeah.
What's it say?
It says stop children.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm 34.
Now we go on to a game called Psychiatrist. Chip, you're going to be the psychiatrist. You'd like to get the stools which psychiatrists use in this country, in this particular show anyway. Anyway, you're going to sit on the stool there, and your patients are going to come into you and sing their symptoms to you, all right? And then you'll sing back some sort of cure. So, first of all, Greg, you're going to be the first patient. Now, Greg is frightened of something. What do you think Greg would be frightened of? Water. Water. OK, frightened of water, OK? I think it might be an aquaphobic, I don't know, but anyway...
There goes my big rhyme.
Good. So, yes, this is... Anyway, you go, Greg.
Hello. What seems to be your problem? Tell me all about it.
Doctor, oh doctor, there's something of which I'm so very frightened. That's why I've come to you this afternoon to be enlightened. It may not seem like very much, no, it may not be gigantic, but when they were very young, my grandparents bought it on the Titanic.
I think I see your problem, but everywhere you go, you're gonna run right into it, that nasty H2O. It's quite a phobia, it's really quite a fear. Maybe you should get some scuba gear.
Move on now. Tony, Make Tony, he's in love with something. He's over in love.
Horses!
Himself. That's a good one, yes. Yes. Oh, that's a good one. You're in love with yourself. That's it's an acting job, obviously.
The mirror there.
I got a little problem. I can't get enough. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about me. I'm hot stuff. Look at myself in the mirror. I just start to sweat. 'Cause I'm the most beautiful person that I've ever met.
I think your problem's easy. You're really kind of queer. Every time I see you looking at yourself in the mirror, one of these days, that mirror will just go crack. 'Cause, mister, your problem is you're an egomaniac.
Have you got an e-crack?
Well, thank you, Tony. Yeah, one more. Just say no, Chip. But anyway, Ryan is the last patient. Let's say he thinks he smells like something.
Horses!
I didn't hear that. What was that?
Horses!
Horses. Oh, horses. Sorry, I thought it was horses. They're four-legged animals we have over here.
I'm afraid of horses. Is that it?
No, you think you smell like horses. That was rather too quick to come in there. Obviously met Ryan. Now, okay, so you think you smell like horses. Where you go.
So how many appointments has this been for you? Yeah.
Oh, doctor, help me, please. Could you help me today?
I'll try.
'Cause I've got a problem. I'm not like other guys. I like to nibble on hay.
Well, I can help you. I think I'm able. You don't look that well to me. You look and smell a little unstable. I think that it's not really a problem. Don't let yourself get down. 'Cause someday you might win the Triple Crown. Thanks, God.
You're right. Those were very, very good advertisements indeed. So let's give them 57 points for that. Now we come to a game called Props. They divide into two pairs of two for this. The first pairing are Josie and Greg. And this is your item. You have to decide what to do with that. And the other pairing, that's your prop. And if you've seen this game before, then you can see it again now. And it's basically they've got to work out as many different ways of using these items. So away you go, Greg and Josie.
I'm Freddy, your worst nightmare.
I think I know what's wrong with you. If you'll take a look under the microscope here.
What?
Some of your cells are missing.
Are these the Madam Butterfly auditions?
This is what it would look like before we wash it, and that's what it looks like after.
Take me to your leader.
I may be odd, but I'm still a pirate.
I don't care if it is fashion. It hurts like hell.
We must get to some tables in here.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. That'll do. Thank you. Well done. This is called Alphabet, and this is for Jim and Tony, if you'd like to come on down, as we say in Game Show Land. Now, you've got to act out a scene. The only restriction is that each sentence that's used has to start with successive letters of the alphabet. So if you start with A, next one would be C, and so on. But we don't have to start at A. Which letter would you like to start with? F. Starting with the popular letter F, and you're going to cut round again and say F at the end, and we'll know it's over. And I'd like to... The scene I'm going to give you, oddly enough, is you're in a changing room. So start with letter F, and back to letter F, away you go.
Football's a great game, isn't it?
Good game, good game. Oh, yeah, good game.
Happy to be here today, I am. Play out there.
I am too, no question about it.
Just wait till I get that ball. I'm going to score a goal.
Cool, are you?
Let me at him, I say, let me at him.
Me, let me at him first. Me.
No, I'm first.
Ooh.
Patrick, you're getting very camp.
Queenie's the word, I think.
Really, pull yourself together, the game's going to start in a minute.
Silly, I know, I shouldn't queen about. Let's talk tactics.
Tactics. Score a goal, that's the tactic.
Score a goal? That's not much of a tactic.
Hang on, you've gone backwards.
Unusual grasp of the alphabet you have.
Very unusual, and that's my tactic. I'll baffle them.
Well, it just might work.
Xylophone, what the bloody hell's that doing in there? That should be in a change room.
Yes, it's my mother. She left it here before she went off to look at the animals.
Zoo, that's where you get animals.
Ask my mother about animals, she knows all about them down the zoo.
Bloody hell, she's an intelligent woman, isn't she?
Cow, that woman is a cow.
Dear me, you shouldn't talk about your mother like that.
Every time I see her, I think, you're an old cow, I think.
Phew, your feet smell.
Well finished there. Another song, yes, do another song while we're at it. Now, so another first line for Josie.
On the M25.
Sorry?
On the M25.
On the M25. All right, it's a good opening line. And now an end line. Hang on, not you, Paul. You're...
Would you like an orange?
I would, Paul, but not for you to...
Who stole my sausages?
Sorry?
Who stole my sausages?
Who stole my sausages? That's a great one. So it's something about on the M25 is the opening line, and who stole my sausages is the end line. Now, what sort of style would you like this song in?
Eurovision.
James Brown or Jimi Hendrix? What would that be? Sort of soul music? No,
Well, heavy metal-y type thing.
heavily metal-y type thing. All right.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes, but you do it in his early period when he was still alive. That would be.
What's the first one? I was on the M25.
On the M25, and who stole my sausages?
Who stole my sausages?
Stay loud. My baby and me, we drive down the road, and all around the houses there was me with a satellite down my trousers. I looked up at her as we drove through the villages, but suddenly I looked down and said, "Hey girl, who stole my sausages?"
So let's move on to expert. This is for Greg and Ryan, if you'd like to get your stools ready. The idea of this is, Greg, you're an interviewer, and you're going to be interviewing Ryan on a subject in which he's an expert, or on which he's an expert. Now, what would that subject be, do you think?
Nuclear fission.
Paper clips. It's a bit dull, I'm afraid, paper clips.
Piranhas. Taxidermist.
Taxidermist. So, well, there's scope in that, I thought. If you can work in paper clips as well, that'd be fantastic. Away you go.
Paperclips and taxidermist.
Yeah.
Good evening, I'm Stately Holmes. And welcome to the thirsting quest for knowledge. We have with us an expert on paperclips and taxidermy here tonight. Mr. Kit Stuffalot. Mr. Stuffalot, thank you for coming on the show. Taxidermy. Most people are familiar with it. Most people know what it is. I think they have a general idea. I'm wondering, Mr. Stuffalot, could you just please explain briefly how the procedure works? Right. Now, once the animal is stuffed, what do you usually use for eyes? Paper clips, maybe?
Now we go into a game called Every Other Line. This is for Paul Merton and Tony Slattery. And Tony, I'm going to get you to read every other line from Murder by the Book, a thriller by Duncan Greenwood and Robert King. I think the page is marked in there somewhere. And while Paul is improvising away without the assistance of a book, and you've got to combine together in some way. Now, can you just think of a reason why Paul has gone to see Tony?
Lost his false teeth.
He's lost his false teeth. I think it happened earlier on the recording, actually, but so it's a happy memory. So, Paul, you've lost your false teeth. You've got to see Tony, who has to read the lines from the book, and hilarity results.
Can you help me?
Well,
I've lost my false teeth.
everything's fine.
No, it's not fine because I can't eat my food.
Down the sink?
No, it wasn't down the sink. No, I lost it out the overside of a hovercar.
Oh, no thanks. Heartburn, you know.
I know they're quite busy up and down hovercar, but I want you to look for them. They're in the bottom of the sea.
Neither do I. It's an acquired taste.
It is an acquired taste, but I wonder if you could send a scuba diver down and get them for me.
She's through there. She's through there, laid out on the bed.
Well, I'll go in then, shall I?
She's been through a hell of a lot in the past hour.
Well, a lot's been through her, for what I've heard.
She's dead.
Well, that's never stopped me having a good time.
Let's stop that there then. Thank you very much. Let's crack along with Hoedown. That's what you've been looking for, isn't it? This is for all four participants, plus Richard Branch at the piano, and all four performers here are going to make up a hoedown, a song in the form of a hoedown. When they get into the correct order, shuffle around a bit. Now, what shall it be about? Something in everyday life. What would you like a hoedown about?
Frying pan.
Sorry?
Frying pan.
Frying pan. Because every day of your life you have a frying pan. Okay, frying pan. Make it about a frying pan, fried food, frying food generally.
Anything else?
No, I'm just trying to expand it to something that might rhyme for you. But anyway, frying pan, frying food. Where you go.
I work in a kitchen. I'm a short order cook. Though you may not think it, I'm smarter than I look. And every morning when people come in and they want eggs and ham, I don't feel like cooking, so I whack them with my frying pan.
Oh, I have fun frying up some kitties. I throw them in the pan. I think it's kind of witty. I watch them sizzle and sizzle. Oh boy, what fun. And I'm sure they won't stick, 'cause this pan is Teflon.
I have fun with fried foods, especially when it's really hot. I got all the fried foods in the world, and you have not. It's not as much, it doesn't sound quite feeble. I use all my hot food to burn Jeremy Beadle.
I like to fry a lot, I fry on my griddle. I get me big steaks, I fry them till they're little. I know it ain't good for me, but I just love it all. 'Cause sometimes when my veins fill up with that cholesterol.